Welcome to our video on the step-by-step guide for the administration of the 2017 MIPI. I'm going to be starting the demonstration on step 3 of the step-by-step guide. The first thing that you will do, as you'll notice in the instructions, is at the end of the message there are links to each of the MIPIs for each of the grade levels 2 through 10. Your MIPI coordinator for your school will make a copy of each of the tests that represent the grades in your school. In order to create a copy, all you will need to do is click on the link. In this case, I'm going to use grade 6 as my example. So if I click on grade 6 MIPI and choose the link, you will see it opens up a new screen that says, "Would you like to make a copy of grade 6 MIPI? Please do." Once your copy has been made, the first thing you'll need to do is remove the words "copy of" from the title. And then, at the end of that title, you will add your school. So in this case, I'm going to choose Gateway. As the MIPI coordinator or MIPI point person for your school, the next thing you're going to do is assign a letter code to each of the different classes that will be taking the MIPI test. By default, there's 8 choices, class A through H. You'll assign each of the different classes one of the letters. And that's important because students will enter that when they write their MIPI. And that's how you'll be able to differentiate your results when you're analyzing your class-by-class results. If you have more than 8 classes, your MIPI coordinator or MIPI point person will be able to add additional letters to your template. To do so, click into the template where it says Add Option, and you can click additional letters. So if you needed to type I, J, and so on. Once your assessment is ready, you have your name of your school at the top, you have the classes assigned, you can distribute the assessment to your teachers, in this case the grade 6 teachers at Gateway. To do so, press the Send button in the top right hand corner. This will open up a send form. Choose the link option out of the 3 icons. There's an email icon, a link icon, and an embed icon. Choose the link and you'll get a URL. You can click shorten URL, you'll get a shorter icon. Click the copy button. It'll be copied to your clipboard. And now you can send that link to your teachers. Once your teachers have that link, they will be able to share it to their students using Google Classroom or any other means to distribute that link. As the MIPI coordinator or MIPI point person, the last thing that I will need to do before I mark the assessments when they're finished is to create the answer key. The answer keys are available through a link that I will show you shortly. As the MIPI coordinator, I have edit features at the top right hand corner, as you can notice. The MIPI coordinator will click the preview button, which will open up a sample of the test. Here is where the MIPI coordinator will be able to use the answer keys to put in the correct answer on the spreadsheets. I will do that very quickly now. Once I have reached the completion of the test with the answer key, I press the Submit button and my answer key has been recorded. If I check the original form once more, I can see that now I have 1 response. When I choose the Responses tab, first thing I will need to do is to create the spreadsheet that the rest of the grade 6 classes in this case will respond to. Create a new spreadsheet is selected, choose the name that's there, and it will open up a spreadsheet in a separate window. If I examine the spreadsheet, you can see that for each of the questions, the answer that I entered in the assessment is listed. The next step is to add Flubaroo. Flubaroo is an add-on to Google which will actually do the assessment for the test. If you do not have Flubaroo, I will demonstrate how to add that to your spreadsheet. The first step is to go to the Add-ons menu in your spreadsheet. If you have Flubaroo already, as I do, it will show up here. If you do not have Flubaroo, you can choose the Get Add-ons from the menu. Once you're at the add-ons, you can see Flubaroo actually is quite popular, so it's very high. But if you don't see it right away, you can go to the search and just enter Flubaroo in your search term, and it will come up. In order to enable it, just click the blue button, choose your account to enter it to, give Flubaroo the permissions that it is asking for, and now Flubaroo will be enabled in your account. When teachers receive the link that the MIPI coordinator or MIPI point person distributed, you'll notice that their assessment does not have the editing tools at the top. This is the assessment that the students will be writing. Again, the teacher can distribute the assessment by emailing the link to the kids or using a distribution strategy like Google Classroom. When the students get the link, they will click on it, open the assessment, and commence the test. When all of the students are finished and have submitted their test, then the MIPI coordinator or MIPI point person will be able to run Flubaroo, and I will demonstrate that next. I have populated the sample Flubaroo spreadsheet with some responses. You can see all the way through. And I will demonstrate how to use Flubaroo to mark the assessment. You'll go back to your add-ons menu. Flubaroo will now be a choice, and choose Grade Assessment. A window will open, and here's where you'll choose, you'll tell Flubaroo what it is each of the fields refer to. Email address, in this case it identifies the student. What grade are you in? Here, you're identifying the student as well. What is your class code? Is also identifying the student. And then each of the other questions, in this case questions 1 through 17, are normal grading, which is the default, 1 point per question. Once you've set this up and everything looks good, you'll be ready to begin grading. The next step will be to choose the answer key. You'll remember that's what you completed at the very beginning, so it should be the very top one. So you select, in this case Ron Eberts was the answer key, press continue. Once your assessment is complete, it'll create a grades spreadsheet. And you can see in the document each of the scores for the students that were in the classroom, what they achieved on the assessment, and it breaks it down question by question. This is the document that the MIPI point person or MIPI coordinator will share with Ron Eberts. At the top left-hand or top right-hand corner, you click the share button, And that's the window that you will enter my email address, ron.eberts@rdpsd.ae.ca. Once that is shared, we'll be able to combine the data and enter it into our dossier system. And with that, you have completed the implementation of the MIPI for 2017. I hope this video is helpful and it provides some good guidance when you're implementing in your classroom. Thank you very much. And now a spreadsheet has been created that will house all of the answers, the timestamp, the email address of the students, and then all of their responses after that.